Hello, in this video is addressed to my twin flame Shia. Hi Shia. First is watching and thank you for watching. In this video, anything I say may or may not be true, cannot be used against me, and if you do, you'll be sued and sent to prison for trying to legally frame me. I have some notes to share with you today, Shia, and I'm gonna drink my cup of coffee. I didn't fall asleep till about 4 a.m. last night, so I basically laid around like half asleep, not really half asleep, kind of getting tortured, and I just kind of got up from doing acupressure, listening to the Cure and Ruckus, writing down notes to tell you, taking photographs of attacks. It's very important, Shia. So I feel like I'm becoming a little depossessed, or I'm getting more information, because see how this says cleanse home and body from mice and cockroaches, and I was mind controlled to believe no, it's just the kind that just walk around, or the actual living ones that are infested in the walls. This one's an important one. Cleanse and purify your body of all types of rats and mice, because there's 2 jinn rats / mice that are doing the most crime to us, Shia. So I'm going to be playing this all day long. I'm going to be playing this, typically I'll only play it for a couple hours, a few hours, and change the Rakya. Sometimes I'll listen to it for 4 or 5 hours. I'm going to listen to this one for a long time. And also, if you Google how to kill a jinn, it gives you lots of information. I Googled how to kill a jinn. There's a whole lots of, I'm gonna see sponsored ads and try to look away. This is important to read, because I've already listed chapters of specific chapters to read. And the reason why these jinns are so angry at the light beings is because all along we've had the authority. We have the authority over them. However, there's been obvious illegal crime to keep the delay continuing. So I'm gonna do some research and take some notes in regards to removing and killing the demons in our bodies, Shia. And I'm going to talk to you about one of the criminals in 2018 that I called the police on. Because this criminal will be kind of like a model of all the other several homeless drug addicts that attempted to kill me and were used as demon portals to give me the most unbearable gas torture every single time. And the gas torture was so unbearable, I was feeling I was gonna faint or pass out. And because of the full body possession, there was nothing I could do. and then I would finally get relief when they would leave. So there's a model that's going to kind of show that there was many other people doing the same thing that this one was doing. So I'm going to explain that in a second. So I'm going to do some research on how to kill a jinn, and do not manipulate what I'm saying. In the cure, anyone who's watching this, even on social media, like moderators using the algorithm for what I'm saying, I am not a murderer or killer. These are ghosts living in my body that need to be removed. So yeah, the Quran recitation is the most important book that will remove and kill the jinns. And basically, when we recite the Quran, they melt like wax of a candle. And light beings, souls, are appointed over the jinns, appointed over the jinns. We have control and command over the jinns. However, because of the illegal things that have happened to us since we were born, Shia, there's been a delay. And a lot, you know how Satan kills Satan? Satan's people kill Satan people. There's a lot of jinn, like all the jinns, some of them have like an army of jinns that help them, and they can command the army of jinns to kill the other jinn. And if you try to remove a jinn with black magic, this pulls even more. I just read this from Cora comments. Cora answering the question. The black magic pulls even more evil ones to get rid of the existing one. So a lot of those exorcists are fake, and some of the people will mix truth with false. So you have to kind of think about what's true and what's false. And I'm really happy about the Hannah Kroger birthday, and I think it's something. It's very interesting that she turns 111, and Shia, you're half of Hannah, so just think that you're half of Shia. So when you see that, they're saying happy birthday to you too, Shia. So I didn't go anywhere today, and I'm not going to, and I'll talk to you a little bit about that. Basically, I think it might not be the oil, because it might not be the motor pan, because I researched what causes leaks, and there's other causes, and the leak was towards the left of the front left tire, so that could have been someone cut through cords that would cause the brake fluid to leak. And if you drive a car with that, you can lose control of the car, and the engine will completely fail. So I'll turn the car on once in a while, but I'm not driving the car until, well, if I drive the car tomorrow, it's because the Lumerians are telling me to, and are letting me. But so far, I'm not driving the car and I can go to the grocery store to get a money order. It took 3 years for me to call the grocery store that's a few blocks walk up the street to get a money order, and CVS, which is not even a block away, has money orders, but you can't get a money order from CVS right now because MoneyGram's shut down throughout downtown right now. I just called CVS, so I'm gonna get the money order tomorrow. And a lot of times when we get a little bit of relief now and then, it's the jinns tricking us into thinking that they're gone, but they're not. Okay, so this is about the person. So, I don't know if you remember that I posted, well, the demon inside me posted a small clip of me with one of these homeless drug addicts, and I'll spell his name. I don't know his last name. And before I even talk about him, he introduced himself to me for about half an hour, and then I hung out with him a second time. I'm pretty sure it was just offering a ride. I was just giving him a ride somewhere, dropping him off, and he asked me to do that. And then the third time, it was he got his belongings stolen. I had to drive around everywhere, and he was using AI to see who was stealing his stuff. Basically, I think he was storing his belongings at one of his, obviously, frenemies' place, and the frenemy took all of the stuff on the curb. Everyone stole it, and I had to drive around and he had to find all his things. And then after that, he tried to kill me, and it was like 48 hours, and then I called the cops. 48 hours, and I did not do anything. Don't worry, Shy, I didn't do anything besides possibly kissing. I never saw it, remembered it. I was completely blacked out and unconscious. That was only one time. And with the video that I posted on Facebook, it gave the impression, and I haven't been allowed to talk about it. It gave you the impression that I was like doing things with him and sleeping with him, and that's not the truth. So I'm going to tell you what happened. So his name is Andrew, and in the video he said some corny, tacky, stupid joke that I could barely get and understand, and he said the word smart in the video. Do you know the word smart has been used against me with automated AI since 2018, and they hit me with shame, embarrassment, and feeling guilty and embarrassed, and make me feel like I'm stupid and he's smart, and all kinds of different attacks associated with the word smart since 2018, and also so I'm going to explain to you that video. By the way, that there's a little clip of me. So I'm trying to think, why on earth is he going to put himself on my Facebook? Wouldn't he want to cover up him trying to kill me and murder me? Why would this one wouldn't care? I was told telepathic supporter told me he had warrants out for his arrest already, so he wouldn't care if he got caught. And several of these were like this. Several of these homeless drug addicts were like this. You're already in trouble, so you might as well do it. And I I just, so his name is Andrew. I don't have any of his social media. I don't have his last name. I told you I was doing favors for this person, and it wasn't me doing the favors. It was the walking entity that was helping him, driving him places, picking up all his belongings that people were stealing. But then after that, I never ever drive away from Reading and go up to Mount Shasta with any of these people that I met in 2018, these criminals. But this time, I had like not even $40 to my name. This one had not even a penny. So this was not planned. This wasn't planned. Like, he was probably gonna just steal my car, steal my money, and just assume that I was gonna die, and then he was gonna get away with it for a while and live off my car and my money, or trade my belongings for food or whatever. I don't know. But he was. I drove up to Mount Shasta. And said, "What? You can come up with Mount Shasta with me." And I've never done that before, and I knew it was a very bad idea. I wasn't allowed to say or do anything. It was the walking entity's idea. So he did try to poison me with alcohol, because I woke up the next day with so poisoned I was so irritable and in so much physical pain. He had bought I had bought in, I don't think it was my choice, 25-pack, and clearly he was not into alcohol, he was into illegal drugs. And at that point, they were trying to alcohol poison me. So I was getting the unbearable gas torture the entire time. I was getting this. So in the video, in the video with the hammock, he was setting up a hammock. I didn't go in that hammock. I didn't go like lay in that hammock with him. There was so we were just gonna go for a walk, a hike. I didn't know that we were gonna go go lay down in the woods. He was gonna kill me in the woods. I didn't lay down next to him or touch him in that video that time. No, he did not like me, Shia. Don't worry. So I was getting unbearable gas torture. I laid down on the ground. He said something very vulgar, like, this person, it was really random. He said something very vulgar and pretty much offered, let's do that, and I said no, and I said no. After, there's people walking, in the woods to, give him signals to make sure that nobody was coming. It was, set up. There's other people involved. But after I laid down and had gas torture in the woods, and it was really weird, odd place, off trail, but, you can see people walking by on the trail. It was a really not a good area in the woods. It's like a demon portal area. I didn't know where I was. I had no clue where I was, and that was the whole point. It was a failed attempt. It was less than half an hour. He packed everything up and we just left, and I dropped him off. So that was the first attempt. That was it was that time, and then the Mount Shasta. In Mount Shasta, I'll tell you what happened. So in Mount Shasta, so he has my number. I didn't put him in my phone, but he has my number. He's calling on different phone numbers. He says, "Come pick me up. I need help." Actually, I don't know exactly. I'm not going to say every little detail, but he made me drive around and try to find his belongings that people were stealing, and ended up there was a couple places where he found his things, and one person was holding his backpack, and it was so humiliating. I was forced to give the person that stole his backpack my food. But anyways, I went up to Mount Shasta, and there was no touching, holding, kissing. It was only that one time when I woke up blacked out, unconscious, and I'm 100% positive nothing happened besides I'm probably kissing. But I don't like him. I hate him, and I never liked him, Shia. So, we were up in Mount Shasta. I was literally counting change because he didn't have any, he had $0 on him. And so I'm like, how, this was not my plan. The plan was I was going to die and he was going to take my money. Sell my things for money, for food. Because I was counting change in my car console to help him eat Taco Bell for on the dollar menu. And so it was one time, it was the 25 beers. I woke up and I just kept saying, I want to go for a hike, I want to go for a hike. And I didn't want to go for a hike with him. I was so ill and sick. So we go to Mount Shasta, and by the way, he was so on drugs. He was on a lot of drugs. There was drool in the corner of his mouth. So that was a failed attempt, 25 beers. But obviously, once again, it was in an area where there was I had no clue where the hell I am. I could have been easily just dropped off my body. So the next day, we go to the lake, and he puts out the hammock, and it's on a hill. The hammock stretched out. This is the only time my body was touching his body. We go to the lake, Siskiyou, and I had smoked a little marijuana, which I have quit 100% since 2018, and prior to that I hadn't smoked marijuana, only in my high school and college years. But we go to the Lake Siskiyou. He puts out the hammock. Just took just a bit of weed, just to make me feel really tired and lazy and irritable. And I shake a lot, cold shaking feeling if I'm around people. and even if I'm not around people, that's one of the symptoms I get from marguana. So then he's telling me to go on top of it. I'm like, this is unusual. I didn't want to. It was really random. And I started shaking. My body starts. I'm on top of him. Talked to him for like not even a couple minutes. I'm very uncomfortable. Like it's not. It was really awkward because we were acting as frenemies, not friends, but frenemies. It was not. I don't even know who this person is. So the entity inside me tells me to go on, like, just sit directly on top of him. My body's shaking vigorously the whole time, like not shake a little. It was like shaking, like my body from the marguana, because that's what happens, one of my symptoms. But it was like really, really bad. So that was the excuse for him to throw me off. While the hammock was on it, I wasn't even on top of it for more than five minutes. So he was gonna throw me off the hammock. So then my body would fall, and then he'd probably punch me, knock me out, throw me in the lake. So I'm shaking from the symptom of the marguana, but it's enhanced extreme with the AI weapons. The Lumerians make me like, I kind of like, my body like jumps off in like the hills, the slant hills like this, and I'm just, my 2 feet plant on the ground, like there's no way I'm falling down. So after that, we go to Taco Bell. I was obviously, I barely had $30 to my name at that point. And then we're on the second, well, not the second attempt, another attempt. This is the last attempt. I go up to Mount Shasta going for a hike, and at this point I'm like, I have to get this can't go on any longer. He's being like so murderously annoying and mean, and like, and I'm getting so much unbearable gas torture that I could pass out from, like that kind of pain. I've had gas torture, but these people in 2018 that were used as demon portals to give me the kind of gas torture where I could probably die from it. So at this point, oh yeah, let's go for a hike. And I'm getting these really weird feelings. And then at one point, he goes, I know how to do this. Straight to my face, he was talking to the people, because he knew I was possessed, how possessed I am. They make me go unconscious and talk straight at me, and I don't hear. But this time I heard it, and the ANDREW says, I know how to do this. I can bury all my belongings. So he wanted to get away with it. So at that point, telepathic supporter told me, this is a murder attempt. So I start running down this Mount Shasta street. Now I'm running down the road on Mount Shasta, paved road, hoping someone will drive by. So actually, before he said that, I said, get your belongings out of my car. I'm leaving. Before he even said that, I said, get your stuff out of my car. Get your stuff out of my car. I'm not. I'm leaving. And that's when he stole my keys, and then he's told the cops that he threw my keys in the woods. But the cops wouldn't do anything about it. But it was part of the plan that I would go to it was part of Lemaire's plan that I would go to the mental hospital for SUICDAL ideation. And that's where they found all the adult lice that I've been living with probably at least 6 to 8 months. So So I was really scared of this person, and I was running down the road, and I said, finally, I waved someone down. I said, could you please call the cops? And I told them the details of my car and the person up there. I said, he's trying to kill me. He has a knife. He's trying to kill me. He has a knife. So they really wanted to get this person because he made a lot of attempts over the course of 48 hours and the last time. Like really obvious attempts. A lot of people were involved. When I was at the gas station getting gas, putting gas in my car in Mount Shasta, he like all of a sudden disappeared and I saw him walking out of a mobile home, like obviously probably a DRUG deal, but obviously how did you know he had, that was all AI. They were talking to each other in each other's head. That could have been part of the MURDER attempts. So the cops come and they say, well, who is she to you? And she's just a friend. Well, no, not just a friend, but they were trying to humiliate me. No, I'm not saying that. No, he wasn't my friend. I didn't know this person longer than those 48 hours, 24 hours. Well, technically, half a day picking up his belongings, then that whole day the next day. That's it. And then before that, the other murder attempt in the woods. So the cops came. Cops didn't do anything about finding the keys. So the cops drove me to the hospital. The car was left there. Unbelievably, no one touched my car, broke into the car. I had all my belongings. I had to trust. I went to the hospital, the mental hospital, for about 2 weeks. I ended up calling my mom. They were able to somehow tow. I don't know how I towed the car an hour and a half away from. My mother had. I think my mother paid for the towing to tow the car all the way to Reading because that's the closest Toyota. They made the new keys. These keys are like $200 a piece. I was, so that was the last time that I saw, but this ANDREW, there's a police report filed in Mount Shasta. They took his information. Whether he had an ID or not, they have his information. So he's probably going to go to JAIL. I hope. They harassed me so much. They harassed me so much after this to make me feel so awful, because you saw that little clip on the internet and I wasn't able to talk to you about it because of the possession. So finally, the Lumerians are helping me tell you. So the cops made the report, have his information. Apparently, they probably gave him a ride to the bus station. I thought he was going to steal my car. Yes, he has, but the cops were watching him. The cops were watching him. I didn't know that, but I'm like, there's no way if he stole my keys, he's not going to take my car. Ended up, I drove that car back to New Hampshire after that happened, stayed with my mother, and somehow the keys were put under the car seat. And this criminal had the nerve to leave a voicemail on my phone to try to get me to hang out with him again after that. He probably got even more angry and really, really thought that he could kill me. So he was trying to kill me the whole time. It was less than, I don't know this person. I don't know anything about this person. And the first that time before he tried to kill me in the woods the first time with that hammock, he forced me to help him clean his friend's backyard and rake leaves for like a whole hour, and I was like gonna pass out from like fatigue and like pain and because of my health issues. And then this was the entity. He forced me to go sit in his friend's house, like all alone, while he sat out with his friend in the backyard while it was all clean. It was really weird. It was really weird. And I said, how could this be happening to me? And how could a person treat someone like this? So I'm gonna stop this video now to make sure this goes through, because I want to make sure you hear about this. But that word smart has been stolen from me since 2018. And if I say intelligent, they embarrass me and say that you don't want to think about the word smart. And in regards to the rent, Shia, I got an email from San Diego Housing Commission, and they explained to me that the rent increase of the overall rent does not impact me at all. Properties under the PBV program may request a rent increase once a year. The amount has changed the overall rent. And it did the increase. I used to pay like $280 and it went up to $311 last year. However, the amount you currently pay will remain the same as your portion is based on your income. So I'll show you the email. So this was really, really good news. I couldn't believe how I was kind of tricked into thinking I was going to have to pay an extra $100 or $200 because it went up. Well, it went up like, I think, more than $600. What is 2,800 minus 2,800 minus 1,600. Did it go up like 50%? Remember I told you $600? I don't think that was, I did the math correctly. Did it go up 50%? Well, they can do all these kinds of things. But I think it was used against me to try to trick me into thinking that I had to move out and that it was like a really bad attack. However, because I made the video yesterday and told you, telepath supporters tend to give me more information after I make the video for you. So I'm going to talk to you tonight, Shia, and I'm just going to do some of the Quran research. I haven't had breakfast yet, and tomorrow I'll go to the grocery store. I'll get the rent check. I'm not worrying about the laundry yet. I'm just trying to not do everything, like all the cleaning, everything, and also I'm not sure if I'm going to be driving that car because it could be too dangerous if it was the brake fluid. So it's possible I could have my car insurance, have it towed to a place to look at it, but I don't have the money to have it looked at right now. So I'm going to talk to you tonight, Shia, and I hope that I feel relieved and hoping that you'll feel better after hearing this video. But SSI and SSDI also will increase 2.5%, and I did get an increase of $20 on CalFresh from 100 to 120, but they did that last year and then they decreased it after a couple months, so I'm not sure if that will stay like that. But I'm going to talk to you tonight. I love you, Shia. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.